7:45, and I'll call meeting 1486 to order. At this time, I would like to welcome online viewers and remind the public that our gallery is always open for public viewing. In front of you is the agenda for meeting 1486. Are there any errors or additions to the agenda? Sorry. Hearing none, we shall move on. The minutes for meeting number 1485 are presented. Are there any errors or omissions?
Yes, Your Mayor. In the Department of Rec, Arts and Culture, I'm listed as the chair, and that's not the case. Just a minor mistake there.
Lori? Okay, so noted. Any other errors or omissions to note? Hearing none, can I get a mover? Moved by Councillor Hancock, seconded by Councillor Freak. Call for question. Hearing none, all those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. Business arising from the minutes. Is there any business arising from the minutes? Hearing none, we shall move on. New business. Any new business to bring to the table tonight? All right, quiet bunch. Let's see, correspondences. Correspondence in front of you. Item number 1, FES Training School, for your information. Item number 2 is the SAM NL Habitat Conservation Workshop, FYI. Item number 3 is SAM AGM Cornerbrook. Is there anyone available to go? If possible, please let the town clerk know. Item number 4, Department of Justice Public Safety Alternative Fuel Safety Training, FYI. Item number 5, Municipal Affairs Notification of Public Meetings. We have that done. Item number 6, Deer Lake Public Library 50th Anniversary Night. All are welcome to attend. Let the town clerk know, please. And item number 7, Deer Lake Regional Airport. Deer Lake representatives, we're going to need a motion. Lori, do you want to do that now?
We can. Do you want to check with those people first?
I think that'd be best.
Yeah.
Just make sure they want to get voted back on. When did they say they need to know?
15 days prior to the term expiring, so it will be no later than April 14th, 2025 for candidate 1, and the next one is not until May.
So yeah. So I think
We'll let them know there to reach out to the candidates, make sure there's.
That was actually my question. Do they still want it?
Yeah, good call. Okay, that concludes correspondence. Moving on to reports. Finance Councilor Freak, please.
Okay, so we got some technical difficulties here, so I'll try to do it here. Item number 1. No, that's good. Was for the pool lift. The provincial grant had been awarded for this device, so we recommend the payment for $11,073.97. Item number 2, Venres. This is chair dollies. Thank you. Okay, for $9,174.93 for the chair dollies for the 500 chairs that we've got for the annex. Item number 3, Q&H excavating, $4,000. This is for a holdback for our Whites Road sewer project. Consultant has recommended to now do the release. Item number 3, FCM membership for $1,500. This is our annual membership budgeted item. Item number 4, FMA. This is $2,766.90 for the lobby redesign at the Hodder. This has been completed, the design concepts. We recommend payment. Will I skip number 6? Okay.
And 5 and 6.
Okay, I will skip number 5 and 6. Item number 7, a municipal operating grant. So our MOG has actually went up for this year, so we had to adjust that within our budget. So the lines needed to be separated, and I'm going to do a separate motion for this one. Item number 8, Junction Trailblazers. We made our $1,200 donation plus HST, but it ended up working out to be $1,200 plus the $166 for the sticker for our machine, the annual donation to the club, so we recommend payment as this has been budgeted for. Item number 10, FMA Annual Convention. You can see here that the town clerk has put this in as an FYI for council. We will discuss who wants to go. Forego maybe some other conferences, see what the total looks like, and then we'll make the recommendation back to council to see who would like to go. Item number 11, Long and McQuaid, musical instruments, $9,814.30. This is equipment for our annex meeting room. A grant was actually received for this purchase as well. Thank you to Gloria. Recommended payment. Item number 13. We'd like to take some money from the budget for the a grant for the 75th anniversary this year. So we would provide a grant to nonprofit community members putting off 75th anniversary events to the maximum of $3,000 out of the town taxes and to a maximum of $500 per event. Item number 14, the digital sign contract. We are going to set up a meeting with this business owner and review what council would like to see going further and what they would like to see going further. Item number 15, Xavier Junior High. They're requesting now their grant that we've set aside for them for $6,112.25 is to help with their greenhouse. Recommend payment. So I make a motion for the report excluding number 5, 6, and 7.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Councillor Hancock. Call for question. Hearing none.
Yeah, I have a
Oh,
question.
sorry, go ahead.
You go ahead, Kerry.
Excuse me. Yeah, for number 13, for the grant money for the, I guess, I understand it's for nonprofit. Can we set a time to apply for that in case you get more than we expected? Like if you get 6 people,
There will be a full application and dates, a full guideline to be set. But I needed the green light from council to say, is this something we were open with to take from the finance report? If we were to put this in place, then this is how they would actually get it.
up to 5, and not necessarily being 5 on, up
No,
to 5 on.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Good, thank you.
Councillor Hancock.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you knew how much Xavier had left. Like, I'm wondering, I forget, do we have the total of the 3? It's 3, right? We did 3 so far?
3 years.
$4,500 this year, each.
11, what was 11?
I think
250.
11,250 or 11,500, but
That's what they were
it's a
getting 6,
carryover
1,
of
1,
multiple
2.
years. So this is the 3rd school now that has come forward
Perfect.
looking for
They're
this.
around
Yeah.
5,000.
Okay, all right. I was just wondering because I'm often there, and a couple times I've mentioned to them, hey, you guys know you should be, maybe send something in, whatever, right?
So we met
And,
with them regarding this project. So
Yeah.
we met with the administration as well as students from the school. So they provided us with a scenario.
Yeah.
And this hasn't also been green-lighted by NL schools. They had to go through facilities management to make sure that the location of the greenhouse, security, all those other factors was all factored in before they sent us a letter saying to release the funding.
Do you know if they're putting it on the land that are they putting it over there?
No, it's
Oh, okay.
actually going to be near the parking lot for the grade 6-7 wing.
Oh, okay.
They had to put it in a location that'll receive the most afternoon sun. So
Oh,
south
okay.
facing
That makes
for
sense.
half the building, but it had to get ample sunlight in order to be
Yeah,
productive.
makes sense. No, I think it's a cool project. Just wondering how much they had left, just, for future projects or whatever. Okay, cool.
All right, great discussion as always. Any further questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried.
I'm going to declare conflict for number 5.
All right. Item number 5 makes a motion for Councillor Freak wage replacement.
You gotta do number 6.
Councillor Hancock,
And
not
what?
Freak. It's not what I meant as I was reading it out. Number 5 is Councillor Hancock for $250. Recommend payment.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Deputy Mayor Jones. Call for question.
You will notice I sent an email with Lori's got the new act. So we'll get some good, clear definitions on all of the new act and the documentation that's going to be required going forward.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
mover, seconder, all those in favor? Motion carried, thank you.
Thanks, Mandy. Yes.
I'll do number 7 and then I'll step out. Sure. Item number 7, the municipal operating grant.
That's a new budget, so I was wondering, grant, but it's supposed to be, we're gonna accept the new budget.
Okay. So the motion to be made is accept the new budget with the increased amount for the new MOG.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Councillor Hines. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. Councillor, or Deputy Mayor Jones, please.
Yeah, I guess number 6 under the finance report, motion for Council Freak for wage replacement for $250, recommend payment.
All right, thank you. Moved by Deputy Mayor Jones, seconded by Councillor Hancock. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wonder, like, as a new counselor, David, do you know what those are for? Like,
Yes,
okay.
I do a bit of research in my
Oh,
free
okay.
time.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't have any questions or anything. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, and ultimately for the public, if anyone has any questions, by all means ask. But just for clarification, no council member should sit nor has to sit by the act to lose a day's wage to attend on behalf of council. So, and great learnings as well from what I've heard. So, all right, that concludes finance. Moving on to, which I can't find, accounts payable. Councillor Freak, please. Yeah.
Scroll a bit.
Tabs there. Okay.
Okay. So we've got accounts payable. I'm going to exclude item number.
We don't have to exclude anything because these are already paid. And this is
Excellent.
accepting the report. You
Okay.
guys, for now, you guys do not have to step out anymore for accounts payable. Because this is just accepting the report. This is what we paid because you guys have given
It's
Jason
like-
the authority to go ahead and pay.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
So now, you're not approving the payment, you're just approving the report.
Okay. So we've given the powers that be to pay all invoices for operating underneath the $5,000. So this is for your information only. Accounts payable for $22,094.95.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Councillor Hancock. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. That was quick. Moving on to, let's see here, Planning, Community Development, Corporate Services. Deputy Mayor Jones, please.
Okay, the Planning, Community Development and Corporate Services meeting was held on February 19th. Myself, Councillor Langdon, Public Works Director Dave Thomas, Jason Young, CAO, Key Park Municipal Enforcement, and Krista Jones, Administrative Assistant. Presented there in front of you, number 1 to number 4. These have been permits for doors, windows, and siding, such, etc. Permits have been issued. Number 5 to number 10, you see these are a bunch of new business applications, and they were advertised. And we're waiting for just public response if anybody got any concerns about them. And just for a little bit of advertisement, I guess number 5, Langdon's Land Services. Number 6, the Nicholsville Nook for nightly rental. Number 7 is Riverside Docks for floating docks and accessories. Number 8, the Bachelor Department for nightly rental. 93850, Newfoundland Labrador Inc., a nightly rental, Spruce Street. Kingsman, a nightly rental. So, like I said, that's the 10 or 5, number 5 to number 10, and all these has been advertised, just waiting for approval. Excuse me, and number 11, unauthorized business. There was, just for an FYI, 19 letters sent out that then for people advertising for business, just so the town touch base with them, just to make sure you're in compliance and put their application in. And right now, we only have 9 not yet applied. So number 12, industrial park sales. For FYI, we're proceeding with the current, probably 10 acres of land up there. So FYI, we're waiting for our lawyers to come back for the proper procedure in this. Number 13, for the Haven of Rest. They're looking for rezoning, so we recommend to proceed with rezoning from rural to rural community to allow development. Number 14 for Reed's Lane, rezoning and mini home subdivision, amendment of development regulations only, therefore it doesn't have to be released by the province, but council can proceed it, pleases to adopt the amendment and can submit for registration. So we recommend to submit for registration. And number 15, number 3 to number 7, recommend approved. Do we do separate motions for this? Yes, right? Okay, so anyway, this is the report, and I guess we'll do number 1 to number 14 first, and I'll do the separate motions on the amendments after.
All right, thank you. Moved by Deputy Mayor Jones, seconded by Councillor Hancock. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you.
Okay,
Deputy Mayor
thank you.
Jones.
Just a few amendments we had to do. Amendment number 3, add road running as a discretionary use in residential floodway fringe zone. Resolved to approve amendment number 3 to the municipal plan and amendment to number 3 to the development regulations. I move that we accept this amendment.
All right, thank you. Moved by Deputy Mayor Jones, seconded by Councillor Hancock. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you.
Okay, amendment number 4 for add childcare as discretionary use in commercial highway zone. Be resolved to approve amendment number 4 to the municipal plan and amendment number 4 to the development regulations. I move we accept this amendment.
All right, thank you. Moved by Deputy Mayor Jones, seconded by Councillor Hines. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you.
Okay, amendment number 5, rezone 1.5 hectare from rural to commercial light industrial zone on Hillside Drive. Be resolved to approve amendment number 5 to the municipal plan and amendment number 5 to the development regulations. I move we accept this amendment.
All right, thank you. Moved by Deputy Mayor Jones, seconded by Councillor Hancock. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you.
Okay, and amendment number 6, rezone 38.3 hectares from the rural to commercial light industrial for commercial development on Glide Lake Road. Be resolved to approve amendment number 6 to the municipal plan and amendment number 6 to the development regulations. I move to accept this amendment.
All right, thank you. Moved by Deputy Mayor Jones, seconded by Councillor Hancock. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you.
And amendment number 7, rezone 1.3 hectares from the residential medium density to commercial light industrial for commercial light industrial for commercial development on Glide Lake Road. Be resolved to approve amendment number 7 to the municipal plan and amendment number 7 to our development regulations. I move to accept this amendment.
All right, thank you. Moved by Deputy Mayor Jones, seconded by. Might as well go for, oh, here we go. We got a new hand up. Moved by Councillor Hines. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried.
Thank you.
All right, we could almost put on the repeat there for a second.
Man,
Yeah.
Good reader.
sorry, but the government regulations just force us to do things.
Yeah.
Well, you're back on the seat again. Here we
Okay.
go, Public Works.
Our Public Works meeting was held on February 21st. Myself, Councilor Fitzgerald, Director Public Works Dave Thomas, and Superintendent Scotty Elms were present. The agenda is presented in front of you. A few items we discussed was the culvert on Reed's Lane. We have a proposal from ADC to design culvert across Reed's Lane. We discussed having a third option of concrete culvert, so we recommend accepting this proposal with the addition to have this work designed and tendered. Obviously, we'll come back with the proper numbers once we're finished. The CPWA conference in Deer Lake, we recommend to sponsor a luncheon for $600, but we will send it back to Finance Committee to get approval once we get the council's blessing. The work update that we've been doing is just snow clearing, sidewalks, hydrants, and we had a sewer plug on Main Street. Our garbage contract.
Can you not do 4?
Defer, or just,
Can you not do number 4?
we
I
can
need to
ask
step
Councillor
over.
Hancock.
Yeah,
to
we
step
can, yeah, I just
Okay.
was FYI, but anyway, go ahead. We'll do, okay, we'll do number 4 after.
Yeah.
The industrial park, number 5, we have a new road engineer for water line and realignment. We recommend that we go for an RFQ to local engineering firms. Number 6, Lustrous Lane Storm Water Study. This is an FYI. ADC will be here this spring to start the study. Number 7, infrastructure costing. FYI, still working on having all the costs of infrastructure. Probably going to take another month or 2 for sure. And number 8, paving new subdivisions. Some of the new subdivisions don't have the second course of asphalt on the road. We recommend that we contact the developers to have the asphalt completed for this year. So I move that we accept the Public Works report, items number 1, number 8, 2, 8, excluding number 4.
All right, thank you. Moved by Deputy Mayor Jones, seconded by Councilor Freak. Call for question.
I have a question about number 5. Just wondering, is that the like similar to what we had before, like just the realignment and the piece, or is that for the entire road, say connecting High Street to the Trans-Canada Highway? Oh, okay.
The meeting we suggest I would just do from the highway to first turn,
Oh, okay.
right? And reason being is you don't know what's going to happen inside.
Like depending on how people develop or what they buy or
Yes.
whatever.
And we got to get a line of sight going in for the water line and everything. So instead of just doing small section, we don't know for the turns also, we need certain width of the roads for tractor trailers or any vehicles actually.
And you have to have this road realignment for
Oh, yeah.
emphasis already there.
Yeah.
They're ready to start building,
Okay.
on the
Okay. All right. Yep, that's good.
All right, any further questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to step over number 4 there.
Okay, number 4, I guess we're meeting with a contractor for the garbage contract. Just an update. What we're looking at was several houses added land over the last few years. I guess we're just trying to get them up to spec and up to speed on what we are entitled, we owe them. So right now, have the updated houses that were added since contract. We're looking at 135. We recommend that that the contractor be paid for these additions and have contract extended until a new contract can be completed. Now, this 135, we got rough numbers, and I guess the town itself is looking at these numbers, and we also contacted the developer or the contractor just to see what numbers that they got to make sure there's not no big discrepancy. So I guess on the next, meeting, we should have a recommendation on what we owe the contractor for all additional houses since this contract started.
Okay, so that's just an FYI, right?
Basically an FYI for now, yeah.
All right, thank you. Councilor Hancock, if you wanted to return.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Councilor Hines, we're going to move on to Arts, Recreation, and Culture. If you wouldn't mind doing the report, please.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Department of Arts, Recreation and Culture met on February 19th. In attendance was Councillor Fitzgerald, myself, Director of Rec Glenn Wiseman, and the meeting started at 4 p.m. Item number 1 was an advertising request. So a request has been made to place advertisement on the outside of the boards in the arena facing the bleachers. So the rec department recommends approving for advertising at the standard rates, so we recommend approval. Item number 2 is about the Winterfest. So Winterfest kicked off this Friday at 6 p.m. Down at the Powerhouse Field. The rinks are in good condition down there. The sliding hill is looking good. So we just want to remind everybody, if you're on the ice down there, it's important to be still wearing your helmets, and both on the ice and at the sliding hill to be extra cautious in these activities. So that's for council information. Item number 3, walking trail signage. So some residents have been expressing some concern about snowmobiles using the walking trail. Kind of get this every year from what I've been told. So the rec department is in the process of having signs made to inform snowmobilers, ATV users that no motorized vehicles are allowed on the walking trail. And these signs will be posted in the areas where these vehicles are being accessing the trail system. So that's for council information. And item number 4 is our Swim for Hope. So the rec committee recommends granting the Deer Lake Dolphins permission to use one lane of the pool for the entire day of March 7th. As well, they'll have access to the entire pool in the evening, with the exception of 1 hour that's already been booked. So this is to accommodate Swim for Hope annual cancer fundraiser. And the team participates each year. And the rec committee suggests maintaining the same rates for pool usage by the swim team as in previous years. So we recommend approval for that. And our meeting adjourned at 5:30, and I make a motion to accept the minutes.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Hines, seconded by Councillor Hancock. Call for question. I just got one. Could you make a friendly amendment, Town Clerk, if you could just note this one? Item number 3 says walking trail signage, the use of snowmobiles and ATV, just so we're not contradicting ourselves. Can we reword that? It's only town equipment to be used on such trails? Because there are quads and stuff summertime. New
Like our
implementation.
maintenance staff.
Yeah,
Our
just so
maintenance
we're
staff,
not
Yeah, makes sense.
contradicting ourselves. So just a simple fix. All right. Any other further questions, comments? Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. Health and Wellness, Councillor Hancock, please.
This-
It's Councillor Hines.
I can,
Councillor Hines, sorry about
Yeah.
that. I'm just looking at my tabs and my
Oh, yeah.
word sheet here are different.
I think it's just where he did that one before, and it was normally would be, I guess,
Yeah,
Darren. or-
apologies.
maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Councillor Hines, you're back on the mic, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Health and Wellness Committee met on February 11th, and in attendance was myself, Councillor Langdon, and Town Clerk Lori Humphrey. So we got a few items here. Item number 1 was about our lending library. We want to do a bit of promotion around our lending libraries that we have around town. So maybe some social media posts, maybe host to learn to skate again. So we're gonna have to check with Glenn on that. We can find a time that works to hold that. Item number 2 is our Canada Post grant. So we're going to try and partner with the after-school program that's offered by the United Church. So just to get some supplies needed. So we're going to have to reach out to the United Church and try and make a contact there and see if we can apply our grant to that. Item number 3 is a senior mini day. So we're going to plan 2 information sessions with snacks. So we're just going to check on some pricing for that. And item number 4 is a family health care. So we're going to do an appreciation evening of bowling with some pizza. And again, we're going to have to check with Glenn on a time that works for that. Item number 5 is our Winterfest walk, which is coming up this Thursday at 7 p.m. So we're going to leave from Joe Butt's parking lot. I think it's a 3-kilometer walk. We got some reflectors that we're going to hand out to any participants that show up. Item number 6 is the Deer Lake 75th anniversary coming up. So we want to keep in contact with the committee and see how we can help and maybe host an event. So that's for your information. Item number 7 is Bridge the Gap. So money left over. We're going to introduction of the annex to seniors, do like a walkthrough, a presentation on programs, maybe provide a few snacks or whatever. Just to get them into the new building and feel a little more comfortable walking into a new place, so it's not so intimidating for them, I guess. So again, we're going to arrange that with Mr. Wiseman. And item number 8 is a walk in the annex. So we'd like to host the first open walk at the annex. And again, that's something we got to arrange with Glenn if possible. So I'd like to make a motion to accept these minutes.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Hines, seconded by Deputy Mayor Jones. Call for question.
No question, just a comment. I think you'll notice like that sometimes it seems like you might be saying to yourself, I think we've seen a couple of these already. We're trying to keep like a couple of them in view, just so we don't want to lose sight of them. And so like you'll notice the bottom three like were on there before, but I think we might add a little word to it, like a keep in view kind of section.
Maybe we'll just do that on our agendas.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, just so you think like, hey, didn't already see this, and you're wondering if you're doing all right. But it's been there before, but we don't want to forget, right? Because those are very exciting ones that we're interested in. So just a little comment there.
All right, thank you. Any further questions, comments? Hearing none, all those in favor? Motion carried, thank you. Moving on to Economic Development Committee report, correct?
Yeah.
Councillor Hancock, please.
Actually, little note, Lori, just for the next one, or sorry, for Gloria, if you're listening. We changed the name to Department of Tourism and Economic Development in maybe a meeting or two ago. So that's just a little something to update there on the, before it goes up on the website or whatever. So we met on February 20th, 2 p.m. In attendance was myself, Councillor Hancock, and Councillor Freak, Town Manager Jason Young, and Economic Development Officer Gloria Field. Number one, the Industrial Park. The Economic Development Committee is requesting a meeting with members of Public Works and Planning Committee to discuss roles and responsibilities as it relates to the Industrial Park. The meeting will also focus on a united plan of action. A doodle poll has been sent out to arrange a meeting. Please take a moment to complete if you have received the request. Number two, Bay FM partnership. Bay FM would like to increase the amount of Deer Lake content on their station that now broadcasts in our community. I believe 100.1, Kiri? 100.1. Will assist, so they will assist with the Spark podcast production, and they will air it on their station. They're open to regular visits, interviews with members of town, staff, and council. We're thinking of this as like a bit of a proactive approach. Willing to run community-based nonprofit ads. Will provide another means of communicating and connecting with residents. And the details below are provided as requested to council in an email. So some of this information you see there below with some of the pricing. So we have the annual cost of possibility $2,999, or we can go monthly as per the email. I believe it's around $299 per month. Number three, so we are recommending a discussion around that and approving either an annual or a monthly basis. Number three, the Spark podcast. Our podcast reached 1,000 download milestone. We're currently in planning for season 2. Episode 1 planned to be an audio recap of Women's Day networking breakfast interviews. That should be very interesting. We are receiving inquiries from prospective guests and are eager to get started. Next steps will depend on the Bay FM partnership going forward. International Women's Day, Monday, March 3rd at 9 a.m. at the Holiday Inn, Deer Lake, hosted in partnership with Enlo, as on a cost-sharing basis. Key sponsor is the TD Bank with $500 donation. Other sponsors include Active Life Physiotherapy, Atlantic Edge Credit Union. Bay FM is a media partner, and the Holiday Inn is donating the space. Robin Thierry will be performing live music, and there will be multiple guest speakers, including Castine Coleman of Tight Loops, Tight Lines, and I believe, just in looking at the poster, maybe Morgan Payne will be there as well. And this will be a great networking session, and as well, I think a lot of our staff are going to be participating as well. Fall Fair Resurrection. The EDO and Town Manager have met with Grand Lake Development Corp. regarding bringing back the Fall Fair. Guest speaker Catherine Atkins of Norfolk County, Ontario, with the Norfolk County Agriculture Society, provided insights on fund development and giving organizational structure to a fair committee. We have heard from a number of possible community champions. The Economic Development Officer is to continue to engage with members of the community to glean interest in furthering this initiative. Motion to accept the report as presented. We can go back and discuss number 2, just because that one requires. Actually, we should go back, I guess, before I motion, because that one's for discussion, really.
So you got a motion. I'll call for a seconder.
Okay.
Discussion.
Sure. Okay.
So moved by Councillor Hancock, seconded by Deputy Mayor Jones. Call for question.
Create what motion that you want for number 2.
Do you want a separate motion for that one? Yeah.
Well, we're gonna leave that one in, and then we'll do a different motion.
Oh, okay.
If you want us to discuss it, then make a motion on it, yeah.
Sure.
Are we making a motion on what now? Just
Everything except number 2.
Okay.
Number 2, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Counselor Hancock. Further questions? I'm hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Back to you, Counselor Hancock.
Okay, so I already read out number 2, but the motion, I guess, is, or the discussion first, I guess, is around, do we want to look at something annually with respect to this advertising package, or do we want to do a monthly basis? I don't know what people's thoughts are. I guess we can go around the table, see what people think, if we should go annual, if we should go monthly, what's the benefit of each.
I guess, well,
Actually, we'll get a motion, right?
What do you think?
Only.
Yeah, we'll put the motion on that, what you.
Okay. Oh, I mean, but I think the only tough part is, like, I'm okay to arrive at something. You know what I mean? Because we have 2 options. We can go
That's
monthly.
quite
or-
okay. Just, you go right ahead, whatever you choose.
whatever you
for the
think, and
motion.
then we'll discuss
All
what
right.
we're gonna do for.
Well, I
anything.
think
It's up to
I think that I think we could try to. I think we should try monthly until somewhere near the new council comes in. So maybe 6 months would be my motion. 6 months monthly. That'll give the new council a chance to decide how that was. Maybe some of the old councillors can discuss it too. We can revisit it along the way as well and see how it's doing, right? So that's my motion. 6 months at $2.99 per month.
All right, so we have a mover, call for seconder.
So moved.
Moved by Counselor Freak, call for question.
Yeah, I got no problem with 6, so there's only like a monthly, but we'll say up to 6 months and review, and if
Yeah.
I guess if we find we got no benefit or to it, or I'm sure there's some benefit, it's nice to see it like the radio station. We
Oh,
can
yeah.
promote
Yeah.
locally.
Yeah.
And since we've been talking about it the last week or 2, I've been listening to it, so it's not too bad, actually.
Well, I'm really hoping to try to help build, I guess, that local. That's another piece that we'll be talking about around the committee is, like, how can we now make this something that everyone's aware of, that everyone knows, they can listen to it. There's going to be local content on it, so celebrating that, And then I think if we do that, if we do a good job of that, we'll be in a position to be able to evaluate this in a few months, right?
And Councillor Hacklock, just to add to that, I mean, for a lot of people that, do listen to radio, that even on their Facebook page and on the radio station, they do focus a lot on local weather as well. So for a lot of people, you're getting a forecast sometimes, but it may not have the Deer Lake Humber Valley area. Whereas with local radio, you can see even on their Facebook page, they focus on regions within the Bay FM scope so that people are aware what's affecting you, what alerts are posted, traffic accidents along the Trans-Canada Highway corridor between Deer Lake and Corner Brook. So, very local, which is, I think, for a lot of us of a different generation, grew up with Lenny and Chris Green and people in the mornings in terms of getting your local news. So this, I feel council's making a step in the right direction to get back to the local content as well.
Yeah.
Good conversations. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. And that completes reports for tonight. In front of you on your agenda also you'll see code of conduct policy. Basically to review before, Lori, did you want to set a date to set that in motion, or?
I'll guess we'll send it to the policy so they can have a look at it. That's you and Darren, right? Yeah. So what's going on is that they've changed the code of conduct to reflect the new legislation a little bit better. Municipal Affairs has sent out a template that we can follow if we wish. I've asked Municipal Affairs to send us out like a Cole's notes on what have changed, like where the changes are, so that we can see it a little bit more clearer. I haven't heard back from them yet, so. But that's just the first time you guys can have a look at it, and we can bring that back to next meeting.
Yeah, that much change from what we've done.
Is not a lot changed. I think it's just referencing the legislation where it's like there's a little bit of change in that. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, not a problem. Send it over.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Before we call for an adjournment, I'm going to do a roundtable. Town clerk, I'm going to go on a bet that you're good.
We just talked a lot.
Councillor Hancock.
I don't have much. Just maybe Winterfest is happening. People, try to get out. It seems like people are having a lot of fun. The events I was able to get to so far seem to be well attended and great. So, to just you know, thanks to the committee, and hopefully people have a great time over the Winterfest week.
All right, thank you. Councillor Freak?
Did you do your environment housing report?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All done.
Community.
It's a different name.
Development and Corporate Services. That's Mr. Langdon, not here.
Well, you kind of skipped right over that, trying to flip back and forth. No, I don't have anything other than our, if you want to register for the International Women's Day breakfast, that you have to register with Gloria. So call or email to register for that.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's sold out yet or not, but there was a lot of interest in it.
Won't be able to attend, but definitely listen to the podcast
Yeah.
Councillor Hines?
Yeah, I just want to second what Councillor Gordon Hancock had mentioned. Winterfest is going on now, lots of great activities, and the few I've been to is greatly attended, and lots of good volunteers helping out, and it's running smooth from what I see. I don't know what's happened behind the scenes of it all, but it's looking good. So, yeah.
We done the escape room yesterday, it was packed. It was good attendance. The girls and guys all doing a fantastic job on that events, yeah.
Good stuff. I'm going to ask the director. I'm going to say he's going to say no. Director, would you anything to add? Two directors I'm looking at, so no and no. All right. Deputy Mayor Jones.
I'll just echo what everybody else said there. Good job with the committee for the Winterfest. So get out and enjoy wherever you can.
Absolutely. CAO, Mr. Young, please.
So I do have some update to provide. The deerlake.ca website is back up and running now. So it doesn't have all the content back there, but spent quite a bit of time today with the developer working on making sure we get our minutes that are now getting posted back online again so the public have access to those through the website. The Winterfest booklet is now on the homepage so that people can go there. Because I know sometimes with Facebook it gets lost in your news feed. So there is a link there for the events that take place. We're making sure that all the contacts are there for contacting the right staff, and working this week to make sure all of our regulations are back up online as well as their permits for 2025. So it is a work in motion, but it is live there now. And of course there is contacts. If there's anything else people wishes to have there, anything amended, you can certainly get a hold of staff and we'll do so accordingly. We did put on Facebook, we do have a Hydrant Hero program on the go this year. So we do have some gift cards that are purchased. So each Friday we'll do a random draw for those that are putting forth applications, but also if you know of a business or residents that are cleaning hydrants, sometimes people just don't want to be recognized for this. If you know of someone, you can nominate them as being the Hydrant Hero, because we all know the importance of keeping these hydrants clean. We know it calls for, I still believe, significant snow this week. So our staff are quite diligent in getting roads, sidewalks, and hydrants cleared. But if residents or businesses can help out, it's greatly appreciated. And I do know, just to speak on Winterfest again, I did get down to the outdoor rink today. It really helped that the midwinter break for the schools coincided with the start of Winterfest. Weather's been great. I know, Mayor, we were over to the sliding hill on Friday. I was in good shape. And now the rink down there is getting really well used. So, I mean, I got some kids that I know they're not showing up to minor hockey practice lately because they're spending all the time down at the outdoor rink. So it's a good problem to have, and that's all for me, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Always a good discussion, roundtable. In Councillor Hancock's absence, he had another commitment. I'm not going to put myself under the line of
Councillor Langdon, not Hancock.
Councillor Langdon. I'm not going to put myself under the line of fire to miss any sporting events because there are quite a few. So hats off to everybody that participated in every sporting event throughout our community, not only one, but it's great to see an active community. Winterfest, can't say enough. Myself and Councillor Hines were fortunate enough to attend the opening. Always a great turnout. Lots here and lots of laughs, and the children really starting to think, even though we're only close to 50, we're aging because both were froze. Most every adult was froze, and the kids are going around with hoodies on. So I don't think it's the issue of the coldness on the rink. I think it's the It's us at the rink, so sometimes. Always good stuff. I did have the fortune this weekend to check out the trail system throughout what Junction Trailblazers do, and it amazes me. It's a highway circuit, and the size and the magnitude of what they keep up is quite simply amazing. So hats off to each of them. And when I can't get lost, you did your signage right. So I took the back trek by myself coming out, and I felt quite confident to get home. So. And one other thing, I just want to say thanks to every single individual that was involved. They actually had to turn quite a few people away due to the outpour of support for a local family that they had a charity breakfast for. It was quite something to see. It was amazing when you see over, as they would say, thousands of eggs cracked for breakfast. It's heartwarming to see a community come together, and the town's known for doing it quite often. So thanks to everyone again for that. Other than that, that is it for me. It is now 8:30, and I'll call for a motion to adjourn. Moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Councillor Hancock. It is now 8:30.